Welcome back to my channel. This is my second speed build, and this one is of a industrial loft. I'm really excited. It looked really neat in the picture, and I was hoping that Sims had a way to recreate the look that came in that picture. Um, I'm already using things also that I don't think I've ever used some of these items throughout this build just because I have favorites. Blue is actually my favorite, but this by the end, I love this look. Um, and I personally wouldn't go black with some brown accents and stuff, but once I saw this, I believe now I'm converted to liking a little of that brown with the black. Uh, I had some issues with deleting items whenever I did stuff, and um, I'll find that rug again. But this is, I believe these were the werewolf back stairs. And there was one other ones, but they just didn't quite fit. At the end, again, like the last video, I attached the picture of what I was kind of going for. And because I did four versus just one, they're mostly the same with some slight changes, and I tried to do for them to be rentals. I tried to be accommodating, but it's the second room and the other ones are very small. This one has a very big room and is meant for one, maybe two, because in this one, and it's male or female artistic-y, because I put some artistic-y items in it, and I I really liked experimenting with colors I wouldn't usually use either. I'm not big on, I mean, I used some orange, but orangish and browns I'm not big on using. Um, but it used a lot of that kind of color scheme in this build. I had issues trying to find the right windows. That was one of my biggest things, is the windows. But I think they're all right. There's just still not quite satisfied, especially that one window that's smaller than the others. But um, there was nothing that really went with the industrial vibe. And then I was going to start out with a closet with closet doors. And actually, I got advice from one of my daughter, and she thought that just having it kind of open but a little cluttered at the bottom would look better than having it closed with all that stuff in there. So and I had to agree. I was trying to put clothes in between those to fill it up a little bit more, but either you can't do that or I don't know how to do that. I know like some of the counter things I've seen people do, and you pull it out and do 9 to raise it up, but this one was not doing that, so I don't know if it's possible. And I do like that orange bathroom scheme, and because the back of the shower is orange, that's why I started there. But I don't know, for some reason I just couldn't stay with that color. And I had another build, another rental that I did for myself, which had a lot of, it was just, I didn't record it or anything. I wasn't at that stage. But I put them under the stairs and they were able to sit there. So I'm hoping that they're able to here. This is supposed to be, there's a hutch. In the picture, it looked kind of like a mirror hutch. So I got the closest thing. And then it looked like it was possibly a bar, but I'm not certain still. So I tried to make my own. I wanted to get like wine bottles and stuff and like put a few in there so they had some, but I couldn't find wine bottles. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if that's the show live edit thing and show hidden bb dot show hidden objects. That might have been in there, and I did that at the end for some uh of the decorations that I did in the backyard, yeah, the back space of the apartments. Oh, oh, my screen got a little darker right there, I think. But what happened? Oh, there we go. Okay. And now I'm just the bathrooms for me sometimes it's the easiest because you know what needs to go in there. And I love hanging plants, especially like that one. And I love that that toilet made it easier to have the hanging plant, um, because it just really went well. And I put that chandelier is like almost a perfect match for what was in the Pinterest idea that I had. And but again, my daughter came in and said, "Why is it so small?" And I sized it up later in the game, and it fits much better when it's sized up. But the this loft look is really good. I like how that kind of sits there, but because I couldn't get it, I didn't want it to take up all the shelf space, and I feel like it's not too bad for next to the couch. But I have a litter box because just in case rental unit people would like to have pets, they have the option. There's a litter box, there's a food bowl, and there's one bed upstairs. I don't believe I have any scratching posts. And then on in the kitchen, I have a decoration on that top shelf of dog bones. But I don't have anything else pet related. I just wanted to kind of be accommodating to the possibilities. And this one's the artist. That's why I found those pictures and I thought they were perfect with some canvases as well on the floor right there. There's a lot of room up there when it's just the bed and not a second, trying to force a second bedroom up there. Um, but yeah, I really like this space. And then the front of it, I kind of had to guess because I only have one picture, not even like an arc, like a floor plan or anything. So I had to kind of guess what I thought the door and if they even had room past the stairs or if it stopped at the stairs, which I kind of figured it would stop at the stairs. And I think it looks really good. I don't think there's much you could do with more space if you did it because all of it's in here. And then I did um, add like a chess table for because our Sims need something to do. Upstairs, they have the easel. I kind of put it in front of that window with the idea that maybe I mean, they could always move it to use it in real life, but they could open the window and just kind of like have some natural light and move the easel around to paint, whatever they wanted to do because they're very artistic. And I saw, I think it was James Turner do a build, and I really liked how he did the roof like that, where it's almost like a third floor, but you make all of it go down. Um, and I liked that, so I'm glad I watch other YouTubers to get ideas because that was my first time doing that too. So learning lots of stuff, and now I'm copying and pasting. Going back now, I wished I would have taken apartment 1 and 2 and like flipped the designs so the windows would have been better. Because one of the things I have to do, I don't know why when you try to move them, they don't like let you move them one. No matter what I do, I have to move them completely off of the space and one at a time move them back on. Anyways, but yeah, the reverse of them would have been better because now the windows I have to go and figure out later how I'm going to offset. Basically, either one is staring into a brick wall or figuring out how they can get natural light and move it, but the other wall is full with the hutch and the bar and all that stuff. So I was like, this is kind of um dark in two of them. So I needed to really work at trying to figure out how to get those ones back up. Which is I'm trying to figure out. This one's already got plenty of light, but I was kind of looking at that. But the shelves just didn't quite, they're driving me nuts trying to figure out how to do the shelves and make sure it wasn't below the counter from the outside and looking right height wise. And it was interesting. I came up with an okay solution, I think. The display that was just the shelves worked better than like there was this display with stuff on it already, which and is in my other ones still. But oh yeah, that one on the right doesn't work with the windows as well as the ones that you just put in and then you put your stuff on yourself. Those ones work a lot better for some reason. I just have to fill them up, and then I didn't really like how the window above the bar was on, like there was a window and shelves on the window. I don't know, it just looked kind of horrid. But this is the size of the second bedrooms for every one of my other builds. The first one gets to keep its, its single bedroom situation, but this one I did a toddler bed and a child/teen bed, and then I added some stuff around the house to do that. And I figured, if you have a child and a toddler, you're less likely to have a bar. So I took out the bar for this one, and dollhouses, even though a lot of Sims love breaking the dollhouse, which I don't know why it is. Only maybe it's because the dollhouse and then that like toddler tree thing. At least in my experience, they love breaking it, and then you have to repair it repeatedly whenever they get mad. But I experimented with turning the beds to just kind of give it a different feel. This one I went with a bright colored wall, and this one I was going to start it with being an infant room, and then I thought better of that because you can't really do anything else with the crib in there. So this one is an infant and then two children's teen situations, even young adult, I guess, if you wanted to. Um, like if they were still living at home with mom and in college or something like that, mom or dad, they could do that. I brought infant playmat downstairs. I only put a laundry basket. I didn't put a laundry room in any of these. There was no, one, I didn't know where to put it. Two, I didn't see it in the build anywhere, and the design that I saw was very kind of like it had a lot of windows except for like you can't see in the bathroom. So I guess I could have looked and tried to add it at the like in the bathroom possibly, but that's something you have to go in and add if you want a laundry room to make them do laundry. I guess I might consider, it's always good ideas after you finish the build, but I do the utility room and add an extra little space, and it's a shared laundry room out there. That would be pretty good. Other than you have to take your laundry basket all the way there, so that could be, I don't know how taxing that would be. That would be a good trial and error to see if having because from here it'd be kind of distant, I think, for how slow they walk and move. And if they get distracted on the way, that might be another thing. I put a toddler potty outside just because if you need to train your toddlers, they go. I personally make my toddlers go just about anywhere. I put the toddler potty the easiest possible place. I wanted driveways just to give it a more realistic feel. I figure every apartment has their own car space. Um, and later I find it kind of fun to actually put the cars in. I'm adding little walkways. I figured they could walk in between the buildings or down that community space. Like if they park and they just want to go home, they're going to go in between. But then there's a community space that they can just go around. But this figured if it was a brick on the outside, it should be brick on the inside. Because the building, typically it's all or nothing. Trouble, no. So I got my inspiration for these plants from across the road there. I was trying to keep all the plants similar or as on point as the environment already had. And the tree I used, the hawthorn tree, was already there, so I just copied it and added it a few more times. There wasn't a lot of space with my apartments being there, so that didn't give me much space to work with for trees. And okay, yeah, I thought this was kind of fun, and this last one was real fun for me. I was thinking of it if that space, they have the adult room and then maybe it's like a roommate situation. I really liked that. And then they all like try to park in that one spot. I've always had neighbors who kind of had to fill out the space. But now I'm just assigning the lots to everybody so they all none of it's shared. It's all belonging to that house. And I really love the view. I don't think I showed the night view on here, but I went through and I saw it at one point and it looks beautiful. This is what it's called in the gallery if you're interested. There's more than 9 beds. This is the Pinterest image, and I thank you for watching me. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed that.